Okay, continuing from our class, we had in the last video showed how to set up, how to organize our class or page, and how to weigh our grade or categorize our grade. And we also touch a little on adding and removing student. To outline a few, let me quickly add a student. And let me say instructor at cdown.edu.jm. It comes up here. Let me send this email address invitation. Let me go over. Let me go over quickly. Open Gmail now. And now there is a shortcut one can take. You can open the Gmail from here, and yes, it's going to be this account. But watch what I am going to do now. If I go over to the a.deacon at cdown.edu.jm. This is the email that comes up. But what I can do, I can also access the app list from here and open this, and automatically what is no, that's not what I want to do. I go here, and I have already opened the app from this side. Now what I want to do is to go to the account that I want, which is the online instructor account, and automatically the email address attached to that account comes up. So if you are on one account and you're in the Gmail, if you go on any other of these accounts that I have here, or your account on your computer, any other account, because you are in a Gmail app, whatever account you open, it's going to bring up that Gmail. So I am seeing where persons are, so it's still loading. I haven't seen the request come from my demo as yet, but let's continue. Now, the meat of the matter today, what I want to do is to go into Google Docs. Now, in Google Docs is where we do word typing. Google Sheet is where you're used to it from Microsoft Excel. So tables, typed in Word, and then PowerPoint presentation is done in slides. Now, let me open the docs and point out something important. Still checking to see if the email has come. It is still not there. So let's go quickly. Now, while it loads, you're going to see up here where you can select the gallery, go to general, and this is all the template that is there. Now, for my class, I love to use, from the education, I love to use the template class mode. This template here, the Lux or Luxe, Luxy, or depending on what language you speak, I guess it has a different pronunciation. Now, this is just to give you or to illustrate to you what the different templates are. Now, I can come back out of the template gallery. Whatever work I had done before with this account, a.deacon@cdown.edu.jm, all this work is saved. Whatever class I am a student in, for the teachers who have already trained or I'm training, all the documents I've ever used this account to type up, it is saved. And this is a cloud space. This is a cloud space in Google Docs that is associated with the a.deacon@cdown.edu.jm account. Now let's open a new. Go to this the plus button, the multicolored plus button or the tricolored plus button there. You open a new document. Now, whenever one says to comment on a document, you can type on a document, but you do not comment by typing. If you're told to comment on a document, you don't comment right here. Now, the official comment is what? Is when you use this icon right here, add comment, or you can Control-Alt-M, that's a shortcut. Now, wherever the cursor is, that's where the comment is going to go. So I can put a comment at the first line there and call that first comment. I can put the cursor there and a comment there. I can call that the second comment. I can put the cursor here and add my third comment. So, for instance, for example, let's say for English literature teachers who do a lot of poems, so let's make some stanza here. Now, one way in which a teacher can effectively use Google Docs collaboration, this is collaborating with your students. But I'll show you how to get your student on the page very shortly. So we're in the process of setting up the collaboration. Now, you type up your poem, or you have copy and paste a poem. What you want to do, you want to share. Before you can share, you have to name your document sample. Let's say call this sample doc, and I'll save it. You want to share, you go here to add any persons who are in your list, and as you can see, these are persons within your list, in my list. Now, you can add the email address of the student, or you can copy the link. Now, be careful when you copy the link. When you copy the link and you send it via WhatsApp or email, you will have to check back your email to see if the person is asking for access. Even though you can go down to where it says change link to Camperdown High School, you go down there and you press, it tells you that the person with the link can be a viewer, it can be a commenter, it can be an editor. Now, when you're sharing documents like these, you would more like to want it to be a commenter where you have one document and you and the students can comment on the one document. If it is a case where it's a table and you have 5 kids teaching and you want them to put in 5 different things on that one, the 5 different students going to put in one answer each. So there is going to be 5 different answers from each student. You will want them to edit, mean they can type on the document. Now, in a case like this where an English teacher copies and pastes a poem or writes a poem and is asking for, she tasks the class differently, she would want or he would want that child, that student, to be a commenter. Now, so we select the commenter, add done. Now, even though you set up the commenter, the child to be a commenter or the student to be a commenter, and you copy the link and you send it via email or WhatsApp, you still have to go to your mail just in case that Google restricts the document. There are times when I've done everything that is right and I still see where it says the document is restricted. No one knows everything. And at this point, I can say this is one of the things that puzzles me at the present moment. Now, when you put your cursor at any location, say there's a word there, and it was a metaphor or a simile, you can either go here to the comment, or if you look to the side, you see comment also. So the comment is here, the comment is also here, and you can Control Alt M to make a comment. And you could say, what figure of speech this is. And what will happen when the child clicks on it, the child can reply to you as the teacher. This is working in collaboration in Google Docs. It is the same process for Google Sheets, it is the same process for Google Slide, and it is the same process for Google Docs. All three carries the same collaboration where you can type, your students can make a comment, you can make a comment, and wait upon a response. Now, you are also able to bring up a list of comments by touching on this chat icon, and it shows you a list of comments that is available, that was made on the document. So if you told a child to make comment and the comments doesn't, you open and you don't see the comments on the left side of the screen, you can go to this icon just beside share, click on it, and you see all the comments that were made on the documents. It's the same thing for Google Form and Google Slide, my apologies, and it is the same for Google Sheet. So let me go over here, open the app list. So the same way I just share and add a student, you can do the same for the slide, the sheet, and the docs. Now, in the case that it's a lesson plan and you send it to your HOD, your head of department, it doesn't mean that you have to send the document again. Those days are becoming obsolete in some sense. If it is not required for you, you can still work on the paper, and this is effective. You can still work on the plan, and you said, Miss, I want your input on something in the lesson just not feel right. I am having problem. All right, all you need to do, go to share, add your teacher, the HOD email address. So right here I could make Miss Delia Smith my HOD, or I could make Miss Murray my HOD. Now, after I add her, I will have to say to her, please check your email, miss. When she check her email, it is possible I still might need to check my email to see if she logs in. Reason why she might use her private email address. If she uses her private email address to access it, it won't work. What she'll have to do, she'll have to use her CDON email address, her work email address, to access the shared document. Now, at that point, all she has to do, I am writing, and I'm at engagement, and I'm moving from engagement to exploring, but something I'm not engaging my class effectively, and I need an input. I can always add my HOD and say, all right, put my cursor there, add a comment and ask, Miss, are these questions suitable or effective to be considered engagement questions? Now, what my HOD can now do, when it comes up, if she does not see these information on her side at the right, all she has to do is just click on the comment and look, and where she would see are these questions, and there's a grammatical error, so she can just reply and say, you should have questions, and then she addressed that, and then she could say, all right, yes, reading from those I understand, blah 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 blah, think you should go ahead, and she can reply. Now the problem is solved. She now can press resolve, or I can press resolve, and I know that is done. That is not a comment lingering, so I am good. Now all that have been highlighted, so I do know that, all right, things are going on this in this line. There are comments on this line. If there is no underlinement or highlight, all I have to do is go to the history, which is on this side, look for the comments, and then work my way from there. And as I've said, it's the same thing. The same way we collaborate in Word is the same way we'll collaborate in Sheet, and it's the same way we will collaborate in Slide. Don't panic, don't be frightened, don't be afraid of experimenting with Google Classroom. It is fun. Yes, it is fun. So now that I have shown you what collaboration is in Google Docs, and the next video I will show you what it is in Sheets, and I'll show you what it is in slide. Most likely, you would be seeing a slide before a sheet, because the sheet, the documents that we really use as teachers in sheets are templates that are basically set up already. But most times we use slide, and there is an effective part in slide that I would like to get out to you teachers. So as I've said, have fun, play around with Google Classroom. You make a mistake, it doesn't break. Okay, you just go again, try, and I'm available to answer your questions. It might not be at the same time, but you will get your answer. Have fun, teachers.